Hello, today we are welcome to Motocross Update channel once again. Channel that will collect various stories of the motocross industry to tell your friends. The big hope for Team USA fans this year at Redbud MX is the 1-2 punch of Eli Tomac and Chase Sexton, who pushed each other to a higher level all year, will push themselves ahead of the pack to secure the Chamberlain Trophy for the Americans. And there's Justin Cooper, who has the old opportunity to serve his country with dignity and to remove the criticism of the fans. It's wild to think that a Ricky Carmichael and James Stewart Team USA never materialized, as RC was injured in 2006 and Stewart was injured in 2007, their only chance to really line up for the team together. The last win for Team USA came in 2011, and looking back now, it's the 1-2 punch of Ryan Villopoto and Ryan Dungey, at each other's throats all season battling for titles, that made that team hard to beat. Flashback 2011, Villopoto, Baggett and Dungey came to define a generation, and while you can ignite endless bench racing arguments over what history duo is the best ever, the sheer longevity of these two at the top can't be questioned. Quality? We'll never know what duo is best. Quantity? Well, no others can match what did, which is combined for 8 straight Monster Energy AMA Supercross Championships and AMA 450 Motocross Championships in 5 out of 6 years. They pushed each other to a higher level by trying to beat each other, and the one time they got to form the 450 effort for Team USA, that year was 2011 in France. Even with USA team, this battle would not be won easily. Dungey and Villopoto only got thirds in each of their first motos. Team USA's 250 rider Blake Baggett took 17-17-2 moto on his Monster Energy Pro Circuit Kawasaki KX250F, which isn't good but isn't as bad as you'd think. He was actually 4th overall in the MX2 class with those finishes. Team USA had the back against the wall in Moto 3, but somehow, miraculously, Villopoto and Dungey emerged with great starts together in Moto 3, which shouldn't be possible since each team gets only one decent gate pick per moto. It still wasn't over, though, as the home team of France was determined to win, and Christophe Purcell, an old rival of both Dungey and Villopoto in his 250 class, was out for victory. Purcell actually passed Dungey and was about to mount an attack on Villopoto, until his rear tire somehow came off the rim and ruined his moto. That kind of good luck and clutch final moto riding seemed to bail out the Americans year after year. The 2011 triumph marked 7 straight wins for the Americans. Symbolically, Villopoto slowed down for Dungey at the end so they could cross the finish together, as other foes turned friends had done, like David Bailey and Ricky Johnson in 1986. This 2011 Team USA win stands out because the best 450 motocross racers were both Americans and both on the team, and the team won. Both situations have become rare or almost non-existent. After this 2011, Team USA didn't win any tournament. It's been a decade from MXON 2016 was the closest they'd been to winning the tournament. Unfortunately, Jason Anderson crossed the line in first place in Moto 2 and crashed into the head by a Japanese rider, and Anderson was unable to compete in the next moto. As an additional side note, the first moto on that day in France was won by Chad Reed on his 2-2 Motorsports Honda. Chad's famous Chadapal crash from Millville that year is often seen as the end of his outdoor peak, but a few months later he was there at the MXON, carrying the Australian flag and winning a moto on the big stage. Reed was also pushing and battling the Ryans all year for titles in the US. These riders took each other to a very, very high level, and it showed at the Motocross of Nations. Everyone thinks this year that Team USA will be able to reclaim his championship with his rider Eli Tomac, MX1 Justin Cooper, MX2 Chase Sexton Open. What do you think? And see you again in the next clip. Hello.